Yeah, I use drugs. I can do what I want, bitch. Yeah, I'm stacked and I don't use protection. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I'll do what I want. Whatever. I'll do what I want.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome. We had a conflict of crisis where we happened to have a world boss spawn right as 8:30 hit. So Brian and I are finishing this up, and then we'll be right with you. We were just gonna wait until it was over, but then we're like, that's kind of fucking rude. We can share with people. So hey, what's up, Brian?
Hello. Yo, I got sacred legendary boots.
Are you gonna blow up the treasure chest? Come on. There we go. I mean, there's a 60% chance we just keep fucking playing Diablo tonight, but Dog Mama, hello. Man Bun. Meat's right here. And what's up, Jason? The new season is pretty sweet, and I'm already 55, and it's only been there for what, 3 days, bro?
Tuesday night sometime?
No, it was Wednesday at like 3, I think.
It was. Oh yeah, because it failed.
Yeah.
The original update failed.
Right. So it didn't work until Wednesday at like 3. So do you have anything that you're working on or not really?
I have my Japanese garden thingamajig.
Oh. Well, we can here, we'll play with Legos for a little bit, and then if we get into it, then we'll pop back over, right?
Sounds good to me.
It's just kind of loosey goosey. We don't really care. So Speaker Bryson? Wait, are they back at the speaker thing? Like, I legitimately was like, I am so glad it's over for the weekend. So I haven't watched another single piece of information about it. Which means they probably voted for one 10 minutes ago, and I had no idea. What's up, Husky?
Is that a new name? That looks like a new name.
Husky's been around a little bit. So you can't tell that I have beautiful hands today because I'm wearing a Band-Aid. Because I decided to slice my finger open before death show.
Why'd you do that?
I slipped. I was trying to open something, and that knife is really fucking sharp. Holy shit, that knife is sharp. I don't even know where. Oh.
I gotta figure out where the hell I was at.
Like, this knife is stupid sharp. Like razor sharp.
That's a sharp looking knife.
I like dropped it and it just cut into my finger area.
Your little phalanges.
My little teeny fingers. I mean, my huge fingers. They're massive. They're huge.
Oh, they're just throwing his name into the mix.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, yeah, I built the Curiosity Rover a couple weeks back. That thing is fun. Took forever, though.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty sure that's the one that I built, right? The Mars one?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I felt like I couldn't, so fuck you, Bri. I probably still will at some point. I couldn't find it forever. I saw it like 2 days ago. Then, but I didn't pick it up yet. Because I'm kind of on this car kick. They're like a perfect size. Like they take about the right amount of time, and I like them.
Cars go vroom, which is great.
Brum brum. One of these days, I'm gonna like build like a Pinewood Derby racetrack for my Lego cars, and just spend a whole night just racing them on stream. Which one's the
That
fastest?
would be hilarious.
I have this is the 19th car. Oh, I have plenty of them.
See which one goes the fastest. Do shorts of it.
That's the idea. And I can build it. I have the technology and the brain power.
Well, hold on there. Don't
Okay.
don't oversell yourself.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
I think it'd be fun though.
You should build an actual Pinewood Derby car and see like which would go faster.
That's true. I could. And Brian's building Weeb Village, so which looks really cool, but I don't know that I'd have the patience for that one.
I like it. It looks cool. It's gonna look cool in my backdrop.
Have you seen the wave painting one?
Yes, I have.
That's like 8,000 pieces, and it's all just individuals.
It's all the tiny pieces. Yeah, and I'd probably cry trying to do that one.
I'd probably go the route of Epstein if I did that one, but
Tell me Clinton's getting involved.
yeah. Yeah, and it's cool, but expensive for what it is. Yeah, that one was like over $100, wasn't it? The Perseverance.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I know you're.
110.
I mean, list price. I know you're in Chicago, so you just five fingered it, but
Oh yeah,
for
everything's
normal
free for me. Hi, Nandor. I think I said that already. I can't remember shit right now. Too many medicines in me.
That's what you get for reparations is five fingered Legos.
Yo, wait. If that's what we get to do, right? If it's
Mhm.
if 5-figure discount is like legal and that's like the only reparations we get, I'd be okay with this. Legal 5 fingers, dude. That'd be amazing.
I think it is if you go to California.
Oh, it is 100%.
Maybe that's their whole thing. They said, "Oh, we have 15 billion or whatever for reparations." Maybe they're just waiting until people steal 15 billion worth of shit.
And then they're saying, and then there's your reparations, guys. Enjoy.
Oh. Husky said the Wave. Oh yeah, the Wave is ridiculously expensive. I was at our Target the other day, and I don't do soccer because I'm not Dazzer flexible, but they had the soccer stadium like I don't even know, Chelsea or something like that. Fucking thing was huge, but it was like $1,000, and I'm like, I don't even like soccer that much. So.
Wait, they have Lego sets that are over $1,000.
I think it was like a return, like a in-store return or whatever, because it looked like it wasn't like a normal fixture in the area. Like it seemed like it was just, oh shit, we have it, so we're gonna.
I think that's what
we
this
can
one
do.
might have been because it was the only one.
Huh. They do that from time to time, I've noticed. So.
See, I would love to get the they have a Avengers tower that's coming out with like 20 minifigures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
The vibrating kind, Bobby. The vibrating kind.
What kind of dildo we're making tonight? Vibrating always. So, yeah, no, that's cool. What one did I want the other day too? Just came out with one and I was like, damn, I gotta get that one. They have like a whole bunch of sea underwater explorer ones now.
Oh, that's cool.
I might.
Does any of
heading.
them look like the Titan?
One of them does, and it implodes by itself. Like
Yo, we should get this.
it's fascinating how well they're doing with the technology to be able to, hyper realism. But
I would love to build that just to make it implode. I would love that.
we use tasers instead? Switch it up a little. I mean, I defer to the expert, which is Man Bun. So if tasers work and Man Bun gives it the good old stamp of approval, then I'm game.
I usually just stick with the car battery.
Nip clamps on the car battery.
Yeah.
That's what I got him pierced for, Bri. That's what I got him pierced for.
Now you tell me.
I thought you knew.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh.
You don't tell me anything. When we first got married, you used to share.
No, I did. So black piece right here, black piece here. God, I hate when I slice my finger just before a manually dexterity-rich task. The bitch.
What?
Huh?
What did you just say to me?
I called you a bitch. No, I said when I need manual dexterity and you slice the good old finger dinger, it's kind of a bitch.
One time I was
Let's go.
playing around with a pair of scissors, right? And I didn't realize that these scissors were pretty darn sharp, and I just kept slicing my thumb across it over and over and over again. I woke up the next day and I realized that I had like freaking grid marks all over my thumb.
It's the worst when you don't know it's sharp.
Right,
Like,
and it was
it's so
so
sharp
sharp
you
I
don't
didn't
know.
notice that I was cutting.
Right.
So it got all like crusty and stuff because it was trying to heal the best it could.
That sucks. She says yes, trust me. Well, you guys are the same person, so I do trust you, Bobby. Bobby
Never
is
trust Bobby.
Nandor. Nandor is Bobby. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I'm convinced they're the same person. You could convince me.
Yeah. I still haven't seen them both in the same place at the same time. Like, they're in the same chat, but I've never seen them. Like, I've spoken with both parties, like, over voice at some point, and I've never spoken with both of them at the same time. Fucking weird.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. It's like, a cryptid, you just never know where they're at, but you know they exist.
Right.
But in this case, you know they both exist, but they're not in the same place at the same time.
Exactly. Well, like the other day, Man Bun was gone somewhere, and it's the first time I've seen Bobby gone in like ever. They need to coordinate better if they want to keep up the illusion.
See, Nandor's trying to hide it now.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to play that outside
Yeah.
party game.
Right. Oh, I left. What is he talking about, Bobby? The fact that we're the same person? No.
We're definitely not the different people. Or it's the same
We're-
person. Yeah.
We're definitely not same difference.
God, telling himself to act natural. God, I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. This is great.
Oh, I know. Isn't it?
I just love it when you just can't breathe while you're sleeping. You know?
Exactly. I'm in the same kind of boat here, and I tried to lay like 17 different ways. None of it helped.
God, now I know how St. Floyd felt.
Are you telling me he actually couldn't breathe, or?
Oh no, he couldn't breathe, but you know, that's just, you know, a side effect of fentanyl.
Allegedly.
That's not an alleged.
I'm gonna make pilgrimage to the altar of St. Floyd at some point in my life.
Which one? The one that got zapped by lightning or the one that got zapped by lightning?
Yes. Yes to both. I think it's your duty as a strong, empowered woman to make your way there, at least once.
Yeah, and did you hear that Pink Floyd can play music?
Pink Floyd can play music? That's impressive. White Floyd can breathe? Huh. Maybe there are two altars in a third person's mind? Could be. Wait, are you saying I'm the crazy one? I take exception to that, Digger. Because it might be true. Fuck. And we all know truth hurts. That sounded very exasperated, buddy.
Breathing is hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, it gets easier if you just give yourself a home tracheotomy.
Just
Not
stab
medical
myself in the
advice.
throat with a pencil. See, I have to time taking NyQuil perfectly, right?
Okay. Why?
So that if I take it now, I'm not going to be passing out halfway through our stream.
I've done it before. Nobody notices.
But you're not supposed to tell them.
I'm not telling it. Nobody's here. Might be in your head. I'm kind of thought we were all in Shenny's. This is why she's so ADHD. That could be. We could all be a figment of my imagination. I mean, Shenny's imagination. God, wouldn't that be a fucked up world?
I'd believe it.
If we were all anybody, it's figments of anybody's imagination.
I'm pretty sure I'm the main character, so
That's exactly what somebody with main character syndrome would say.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure I'm the main character.
Shit. So did Dog Mama tell you we were joined by Mitch McConnell last night in my Discord? Yeah, the Mitch McConnell.
I feel so bad for whoever's name is Mitch McConnell.
No, Cheese had us fucking dying last night because he was doing the Mitch McConnell accent, and it was hilarious.
Is that
Like,
the thing that he posted? What was like a voice clip
Probably.
saying that he's running for Speaker of the House?
I literally already couldn't breathe because of all this congestion bullshit that you know about too. But and then I just could, like, I was dying laughing. It was so funny.
So did yours not progress for you then?
Not really. It's
Lucky.
kind of just been sitting here for a while. I have a sore throat. I guess that's somewhat of a progression. But
Who the heck is Brian Donald?
Byron Donald doesn't get the speaker position. Yes, it does. Byron Donald is you know who Kwame Kilpatrick is, right?
No.
Detroit mayor, ripped off the entire city.
Sounds like a jerk.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Kwame, but I'm hoping he's not as corrupt. All he has to be is like 1% less corrupt, and I'd be okay with him. No, he actually looks pretty good. Yeah, my everything hurts, Dog Mama.
I just want somebody who's not going to go and try to make backroom deals.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Transparency would be beautiful. Just any kind of transparency. Like, I have much more respect for you if you're like, yeah, I'm not voting for this because I don't like, for example, come out and say, I'm voting for this because I don't like black people. I'd be like, oh, cool. At least you gave me a reason, fucking
Yeah,
bigot.
at least I know why I shouldn't like you.
Right. Instead of doing it behind closed doors and acting like I don't. Or I do. I don't.
What?
I don't know.
It's true. Can confirm because I gave it to him.
Yes. It was worth it, though. It was worth it.
Yeah, I'm just that big.
Yeah, yes.
One, two, three. Where's the fourth?
1, 2, 3. It's easy to rate me.
Oh, here it is.
Excuse me.
A lot of black pieces around here.
Property values just went down. In Legoland.
Have you ever been to a Legoland?
Not. No, not really. I've been to Disney Springs with the dragon.
Oh yeah, that's a Legoland. One of the bigger
Yeah,
ones.
it's close. We have like a Legoland store in Auburn Hills, but the Disney one's cooler than the fucking store in Auburn Hills. So
Oh yeah, well, 100%. I mean, one of them's a store of Legos. The other one's
Disney.
Disney.
Right.
Also, it's called Downtown Disney. Don't let them trick you.
It's fucking Disney Springs now.
It's Downtown Disney. Don't let them trick you.
Oh, they went through a rebrand. It's called Disney Springs.
Well, sure, but that rebrand is terrible. So and losing me money every day. Not really, but actually, I think technically it is.
Well, that's just their leadership and DEI. It's losing your money every day.
And their rebranding of things. You cannot tell me that Disney Hollywood Studios sells better than MGM Studios.
I liked MGM better. I was
Me
not
too.
a fan of we went to Hollywood Studios or MGM Studios, whatever. Last time we were down there, and I was just not a fan of. It wasn't what I remember it. It wasn't the park we ever went to, like, consistently. Like, I've been a couple times, but it was always Magic Kingdom or Epcot. Epcot's my favorite. Magic Kingdom
Epcot's
is
the best.
Yeah. But so it was never like high on the list unless we were doing all the parks and all that shit. So but yeah, from what I remember it wasn't nearly as good as it used to be.
They're really trying to slurp on them. What do they call that? Yeah, the Star Wars dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't working too well for them.
No. Word is they're going to sell Star Wars.
Good.
They tried to commercialize the shit out of it. They should have just kept making movies and the rest would have came along, but
the only thing they really would have been able to commercialize truly was, I think, the Lego figurines, which I believe they now own the rights to.
Yep.
Video games and lightsabers.
Yep.
Other than that, they should have not tried.
We haven't been since they finished the Star Wars land at the parks or whatever. But we did go when they had the Imperial March ride before they actually opened everything else.
Oh, right, yeah.
This is basically a fucking 4D television screen. Like, I'm good.
The Star Wars area is really cool. Too bad, they don't have any of the original characters in it, other than Chewbacca. They could have done some really cool stuff.
They had a little Star Wars area at MGM when we went because we took a picture with Kylo Ren and
yeah, they had like a little thing for the kids where they could like play lightsaber stuff, like against Darth Vader.
Yeah. You had so we got fucking lucky. So you have to sign up like super early for that and all this shit. And we just walked up and there was cancellation, so we got to do it. It was incredible. So
that's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think one year my brother was actually chosen to be like part of like one of those kids who goes up to the front and is like, "Oh yeah, you can go and pretend you're a Jedi too." And my brother's like, "Yay, I love this."
Yeah, it was a good time because we stayed and did the package and all that shit and did the photo pass and everything. So we have some really cool photos with Kylo Ren and Vader and shit, but of the kids. Not gonna lie, I was kind of jealous. I wish I could have done it too, but
getting jealous of your own kids' meat.
I know, fuckers.
I brought you in this world. I can take you out.
I brought you in this world. Damn it, I can take your place at Star Wars.
I paid for us to be here. But current rumor right now is what the heck is her name? Marvel Avengers.
Brie
The
Larson?
yeah, Brie Larson. Yeah, she quit apparently.
No shit. She quit or get fired?
Apparently she quit. That's
Wow.
that's the rumor around the mill.
Huh. They fucked up Marvel too. Marvel was so hot until Disney got a hold of it.
Right. Apparently, it was terrible for her career. I think anybody with 2
diversity
brain
gets you.
cells would tell her that.
Right. Well, it wasn't terrible in its own right. It was terrible because you let it be diversity and strong empowered womenship, and eventually that's going to pass for everyone.
Yeah. You can't combat superhero fatigue with wokeness. You just can't.
Nope. Even the woke are immune to superhero fatigue. Aren't immune. Something like that.
I understood what you meant.
Good. I'm glad somebody did. All people want is the original shit. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I mean, they didn't really have to change much. I think they would have been better off not changing anything. Like, you could still open the Star Wars world and shit, but you didn't have to make a minority lesbian woman as your new hero.
You know the worst part about the new Star Wars land?
What's that?
You go there, right? And they have the fucking cantina, right?
Okay.
They don't even have the cantina band.
For real?
Yeah, they have a fucking dubstep robot, dude.
Why?
It's the dumbest thing. I don't know. You go there, you buy overly expensive drinks, and you don't even get to hear the freaking ballsack head guy go da 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 da.
Huh.
It's the freaking worst.
That's weird. No, and I heard they got rid of like all the damn. I heard they got rid of all the like perks that make you want to actually go and stay there, like the meal pass and shit like that. That shit was tight, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they got rid of pretty much everything, and they actually got rid of a lot of the
trading?
good- Huh?
Pin trading. I heard that's back, but it was gone for a really
Pin
long
trading
time.
was gone because of COVID.
Yeah.
They got rid of like the extra magic hours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like you can't like go into the park an hour earlier or stay an hour later if you're staying at the parks or staying out the property or whatever.
Yep.
That was the best because then I would go and get on like into the line that I wanted to go on of the thing that was going to have a 6-hour line.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't think about that, but it was just
Like
nice to have that ability, to do
Right.
whatever the hell you wanted, kind of. It's
Like
kind of
the
like a
Avatar
reward for
ride?
staying there. Oh, the Avatar. We didn't do the Avatar flying ride because the kids were a little too small, but we did the river one, and that was fucking incredible.
Oh my god, the flying one is amazing.
Yeah.
But you go there and you stand in line for 2 hours and it's so long.
We did we did the river one, and one because of the line, and two because of like the fast pass or whatever. So we could have fast pass for the river, but we couldn't have fast pass for
Fast
the other
passes
one.
don't exist anymore.
I know. That's what I'm saying. All the good shit's gone. And that shit's not cheap to go down there and pay for all that shit.
No, I mean they're basically pricing out like a normal family because like a family of 4 like right now to go down there without factoring in hotel, it's like at the cheapest, I think it's like $100 per person per day with no extra perks in it. So you can't park, hop, you can't do anything else like that.
Jeez.
So you're looking at $400 for family of 4 for one day. Now say you want to visit every single park, multiply that by 4.
Yeah.
Or if you're me and you know exactly what you want to see, you multiply that by fucking 3, and you have to get park hoppers, which basically you're still multiplying it by 4.
Right. Well, we did last time we were there. We did, I think, 5 or 6 days. 5 or 6 days. Stayed at Port Orleans. Did Fast Pass and fucking meal plan and all that bullshit. And it really, I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't bad for the 4 of us, all 4 parks and all the extras and all that shit. It was like 10 grand for the hotel and da da da. But it was the one time that we were gonna fucking do it like that. So, and I'm glad we did because it's all gone now. You can't do any of it anymore.
Yeah, and that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Like that is like a once in a lifetime amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the only time we were certainly gonna do it, but it was something that the family wanted to do, so why not, right? YOLO,
I'm glad
baby.
your kids got the ability to do so before everything goes to shit.
Yep, that was my thought too. Well, we've always been, if you want to do it, fucking do it, because it might not be there tomorrow. Like, in some way or fashion, whether it's corporate assholes that don't know what their product's worth, or, you know, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So if you have an opportunity to do something, do it today. So.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. I like Port Orleans because, one, beignets. Fucking camera. Because it was French Quarter, so
Yeah.
beignets. Every morning, fucking beignets. Like, and they gave you so many that we only had to use like 1 or 2 credits on the fucking beignets, and all of us ate beignets. So it was very good. What is this? That's weird. Anyways, and then no, the other definite perk was that hang on. Oh, that goes up there. The other definite perk is we could take the boat to Disney Springs.
And then from there you can pop onto another boat, which bring you to the Polynesian.
Yep.
Which in the Polynesian has the monorail.
Yep.
Which was shut down when I was there. I was pissed. I was like, damn it. Now I gotta take the bus.
We did get so we had, and I'm sure you had it too, the Magic Extras card or whatever from Disney. So
No,
like
I have not actually.
You haven't had that? Okay. Anyways,
No. We're because my family was like DVC members or whatever.
Oh, okay. So we had this little card, and it gave you like random shit to do. Like the most random shit to do. So like we played, and it was almost a pain in the ass because it was so far to get over there, and there wasn't a direct route, so we were like taking 19 buses. But we got they have the Fantasia mini golf over by the Polynesian, and that was fun. But
I think I know what you're talking about.
It kind of sucked because we literally did. We have to take bus after bus to get to different places, and it was kind of pissing me off.
It'll do that. It'll do that. You flew down there, right? Or did you drive?
Yeah, we took, we flew and then took the Magic Express, which I hear is gone too.
It's gone.
What's up,
Very
Fast Group?
gone. Hi, Fast Group.
Because that's the only reason we flew into Orlando, because if not, from Detroit, it's cheaper, and you have to deal with less fucking kids if you fly into Sanford. So, and then drive. So, they're like, all right, we'll do it and take the Magic Express and blah, blah, blah. And then, but that's gone too. So,
Yep, that's gone. I think they actually technically sold it to like a different company,
oh, okay.
but it's not included or anything anymore and stuff like that.
I didn't think it was included when we took it. I thought we had to pay for it, but maybe not.
I think you did, but it was like cheap.
Yeah,
ish.
it wasn't bad. It was hella cheaper than renting a car.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and staying on property, you don't really need one because then you have to pay fucking parking and everything. So,
Yeah.
like they had a good thing, but I think they fucked it up largely.
They could have been a very profitable entity, but then when you get 23% inflation,
Mm-hmm.
you start having problems.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's like the number now, where it's like when you stop playing the government shenanigans, you actually do end up getting like 30 or 23%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, here, let me set the debt clock up because we're about to give 100 billion to fucking Israel. And we're just nipping at 34 trillion right now. Like we're almost to 34 trillion.
Hold up, wait, we're giving how much to Israel?
We're giving a combined $100 billion to Israel and Ukraine. 100 billion in first-time assistance, and then there'll be more packages to follow. But the initial assistance package will be $100 billion.
When was this announced?
Yesterday, when Biden was in Israel.
Oh my god.
And then, don't worry, we're giving Hamas $100 million on top of it.
Oh, I knew that part.
So,
breaking Secret Service has footage of Obama's chef shortly before he drowned. Obama was home.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me either. But
like, I was already convinced that Obama drowned the kid.
Allegedly.
No.
God damn it, Brian, allegedly. Speaking of, Digger sent me a video earlier. Where the fuck did it go? Digger. Where did you send me that video? You know, that one of... Mm-hmm. Never mind, I found it. This is a Digger exclusive.
Would be.
This is a Digger exclusive. This is straight from our OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Yes.
Please tell me it's literally just a shovel.
She's not listening anymore. That's why I can make fun of her. She's over at Shenny's. So I thought this would be interesting for everybody, and I was gonna do. It's not that one. There it is. We'll listen to this.
This summer, Joe Biden said, "Where's the money?"
God damn it.
Well, we found some. We're still digging into the evidence subpoenaed from bank accounts belonging to Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden, and James and Sarah Biden, the brother and sister-in-law of the president. A document that we're releasing today raises new questions about how President Biden personally benefited from his family's shady influence peddling of his last name and their access to him. Bank records obtained by the House Committee on Oversight have revealed a $200,000 direct payment from James and Sarah Biden to Joe Biden in the form of a personal check. Here's some important context.
And we have the check. I'll show it after.
In our investigation. In 2018, James Biden received $600,000 in loan from AmeriCorps, a financially distressed and failing rural hospital operator. According to bankruptcy court documents, James Biden received these loans, quote, based upon representations that his last name, Biden, could open doors.
You
and
sent
that
me
he
something,
could obtain
Sindri?
a
I'm
large
terrified,
investment
but
from
I'll
the
check it out in a
Middle
minute.
East based on his political connection, end quote. On March 1st, 2018, AmeriCorps wired a $200,000 loan into James and Sarah Biden's personal bank account, not their business bank account. And then on the very same day, James Biden wrote a $200,000 check from this same personal bank account to Joe Biden. James Biden wrote this check
Makes
to
sense.
Joe Biden as a, quote, loan repayment. AmeriCorps, a distressed company, loaned money to James Biden, who then sent it to Joe Biden. Even if this was a personal loan repayment,
Sounds corrupt
it's
to
still
me.
troubling that Joe Biden's ability to be paid back by his brother depended on the success of his family's shady financial dealings. Some immediate questions President Biden must answer for the American people. Does he have documents proving he lent such a large sum of money to his brother? And what were the terms of such financial agreement? Did he have similar financial agreements with other family members that led them to make similar large payments to him? And did he know that the same day James Biden wrote him a check for $200,000, James Biden had just received a loan for the exact same amount from business dealings with a company that was in financial distress and failing? The House Oversight Committee will soon announce our next investigative actions and continue to follow the money. The bank records don't end here. There's more to come.
So that's cute.
Was that real?
Here's allegedly the check.
Yeah, it's huh.
I mean, I just lend hundreds of thousands of dollars to failing companies just for people to send it back to me 10 minutes later. All the time, like every day.
I don't, because I don't have that kind of money.
So yeah, I think we'll see more and more of this corruption shit. We're gonna see more from both sides, unfortunately, I think. Because the system's corrupt as hell.
This summer, Joe Biden.
Shut up. And that's from the Oversight Committee, not just from some random asshole. AmeriCorps, James and Sarah, Joe. I think that's money laundering. If I didn't know better myself. I think that's if you're doing laundry with your money and you put it in a drying machine.
I
Dryer?
was gonna say, like, I didn't think he put it in a washing machine.
Well, sometimes.
Probably leaves in his pockets every once in a while. He's an old man. He probably forgets.
Oh. Wanted to get your take on this one, too. I guess I just have a bunch of random shit up here. We might as well just play it. Why not? Here's Vladimir Putin. Mr. Putin. Mr. Putin, Atinu.
A man like Putin.
Атакамс. Пусть заберут назад Атакамс, все другое вооружение, насадит за блины, приезжает к нам на...
Biden can take us eat pancakes and visit us
Если
for some
проиграна
tea.
война, ну, о чем мы говорим-то? Зачем атака? Задайте этот вопрос. Ну, смешно. Во-первых, это, конечно,
If it wasn't sad, it would be funny.
И это создает дополнительную
Him
угрозу.
trolling the United States president.
Во-вторых, мы, конечно, сможем отражать эти атаки. Война есть война на России. Зачем поставлять Атакамс? Пусть Атакамс, все другое вооружение.
So, yeah, that's the president of Russia trolling the U.S. president.
God, this is so bad.
Oh, it is. It's getting worse. 3D printable jihadist rockets win? Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Do you know how Hamas Group is making the rockets which they recently launched on Israel? The Qassam rocket,
Water pipes.
simple steel artillery
Mhm.
rocket developed and deployed by the Qassam brigades. Hamas use water pipes which are dug out of the ground, after which they are cut into pieces, processed, and cleaned in artisanal workshops. To this end, the rockets are propelled by a solid mixture of sugar and potassium nitrate, common fertilizer.
Wait.
The warhead is filled with
Mhm.
smuggled or scavenged TNT and urea nitrate, another common fertilizer. The warhead's explosive material is similar to the civilian explosive ammonite. Thus, with virtually no industrial capacity necessary for the production of weapons, Hamas successfully produces a significant number of rockets. Do you know how Hamas Group is
They're literally using the most rudimentary
Good
propulsion.
old sugar rockets.
Yeah, they're literally making like isn't that like what they use for some early fireworks in China?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, probably. It's so you don't have to. One, it's not a rocket like a rocket. So all you have to do is get it to go up. Gravity does the rest for you. They don't have fucking terminal guidance or anything. They just throw them up in the air and hopefully they hit something. So
It's like a mortar.
pretty much, yeah. It's a long range mortar. Water pipes, is that why they have no water? Yeah, Israel actually put together, gave them all new water systems and all that shit, and then they dug up the water pipes and converted them to rockets.
Again.
Like the third time now. So that's why they have no water.
I mean, if it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant move. It's a fucking 4D chest right there.
I don't know. I wouldn't say brilliant per se, because then you don't have water.
Health Canada has confirmed the presence of simian virus 40, SV40 DNA sequence in the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, which the manufacturer has not previously disclosed. The polyomavirus simian virus 40 and oncogenic DNA virus was previously removed from the polio vaccines due to concerns about the link to cancer. Dr. Janet Lindsay said, the director of toxicology and molecular biology for toxicology support services, said plasmid DNA sequences such as the SV40 enhancer could be oncogenic and contribute to causing cancers. They hid them, so it's just the fact that they're there. It's the fact that they're going to purposely hide them from regulators. And yeah, Canada has confirmed it, so they're worth something at least. Goddamn Canadians.
Yay. Doing something right for once, I guess.
So I know everybody here is shocked, but again, Pfizer lied to us. Give me your O shit. I mean, your shocked face, not your O face.
Oh, I'll give you my O face.
No, I said shocked face, not O face.
The shocked Pikachu.
Yes. Alright, I'm going to show you something really, like, I cannot show this more than one time because I'll get banned because this is so sexy. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm
Are you
so
ready?
ready.
This is SN26. Oh, I just did the same thing.
That's a
That's a-
rocket.
That's deorbital burn. Deorbit burn from the SN26 Starship.
Aren't we sending up something soon with Starship?
As soon as they can.
I think they paid us to send up, or paid, not by us, I mean Musk, a whole bunch of money to send up some kind of really heavy payload rocket.
Well, So Artemis 3 is Starship. So the third Artemis prototype flight is Starship to the moon. So Starship is scheduled to land on the moon no later than 26. But they can't get regulatory approval because of the frogs, fish.
The mighty crater.
No, it's the FAA didn't grant them approval because they found some fish species that moved into Boca, Texas. Like, I'm not even kidding. They had to do a whole reevaluation of the area from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Survey. That's what's taking so long before they can do another test.
I thought they signed some kind of contract.
Oh, they signed a couple contracts. They have a contract for Artemis 3, but they can't. I mean, it's still a developmental craft, so they have to. They still have to get licenses from the FAA.
They still have to
test
develop
it.
the damn thing.
Right. And if they can't get it off the ground, they can't develop it. Well, Cali shut down the dams over fucking smelt. Yes. Yes, they did. Because an environment's more important than moving humanity forward in any meaningful way. Ever.
Which is funny because if they just got out of the way, humanity would move forward
Exactly.
into not polluting.
Yep. They just make it so damn difficult that you have to cut corners somewhere, and it's wherever they aren't up your ass, you have to cut corners. So, now that Obama killed somebody, are you happy you voted for him?
Definitely was not old enough to vote.
That's never stopped somebody before.
I feel like they would much rather duplicate than fabricate a person existing.
Did you see they found, I forget the numbers. So this is just a pure estimate. YouTube found nearly 500,000 Biden votes that were fraudulent already.
Isn't that enough to?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Enough by far, like by an exorbitant amount, like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they just keep finding more and more and more.
Well, Dazzer, we're going to ignore Abdulrahman al-Awlaki, all right? We're just going to ignore that guy's existence for a bit.
We're going to ignore most of them. Most of them. We're talking about the gay paddleboarder.
He was really good at it, too.
Holy shit. Okay. There's two more things I wanted to get to for sure. But this is kind of pressing.
Pressing or depressing?
Yes. Depressing on my nut. Okay, so we have a couple different things. One, this was earlier, and I didn't get it in my original update because it happened just as I was doing the update. U.S. goes to war. USAF ordered to bomb Hezbollah and Iranian militias. Israel hastily developed Iron Beam laser system. So we're attacking targets in the area. We are as engaged as we can be at this point. Don't let them lie to you. Also, we have a ton of reports coming out like this. Multiple U.S. defense officials are now reporting that the intercepts over the Red Sea almost 2 nights ago by the USS Carney were much more significant than previously stated, with the destroyer said to have intercepted at least 4 land attack cruise missiles and 15 drones launched by the Houthis in Yemen, all within a 9-hour period, in which targets were detected following the coast with Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea, and were clearly aimed at Israel. So we have a bunch of intercepts from U.S. military vessels in the Red Sea from various countries outside of Israel. That's always fun.
Well, they're screwed.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be as genuine as I can with this next one, right? And I mean this truthfully. I don't know what it is to be a black man and have interactions with police. You hear all the time that they're horrible and that you're terrified and blah blah blah. I contend that being on the other side of it, if you just do what the hell we ask you to, then it's never a big deal. But that's apparently not the right answer. So I don't know if you've seen this one. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Heavily advised. Oh yes,
I think I know what
that's
this one
the
is.
one. Heavily advised. And I want to know if this is truly normal for. I mean, obviously he's an ex-con. Not obviously because he's black. Just he is an ex-con. Just got out of prison.
So the story behind him is interesting because they actually let him out of jail on false charges. Like they said, yeah, we screwed up. It wasn't you. We're letting you out of jail.
No shit. Okay. See, I don't know a ton about it. So
that's what the mainstream media was pushing. Yeah, falsely imprisoned for 16 years. Thank you, Stingy.
Yeah, I knew it was a hell of a long time. So but yeah, I just saw this interaction and I thought it was interesting. Again, viewer discretion is advised.
Very advised.
Very advised.
If you're squeamish, look away for a bit.
Very advised. He was way safer in prison. So.
Step out! Get out! Get out!
Put your hands back the tensions there.
Shit.
Great job,
Put
police
your
officer.
back here. Who are you? Staff Sergeant of the Sheriff's Office. My name is Al Wade. I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased.
See, you're still escalating.
Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. The back of the truck. Both hands. Turn around. 34. Kevin, send me another unit. One non-compliant. Your name is Officer who? Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office. Who county? Camden County. Put your hand behind your back. Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me. Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now. Why am I getting tased? Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving. I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
Okay, so he from an officer's perspective and a police perspective, from law enforcement, this guy did a shit job, and we can be honest about that right from the start. He did not de-escalate the situation. He did not help the situation in any way, and he did not make it conducive for this man to follow his orders. But on the other side of that, you also have to follow the orders you're given, or you're subject to things like being shot or tased.
Yeah.
You disagree, right?
I don't know exactly what led up to this point. If the guy was weaving in and out of traffic trying to escape this cop, if that was the case, not saying it was, I don't know what the case of this situation was prior to him yelling at this guy. But this guy just does not seem to care, does not respect the authority of the cop here. So I don't know really what's going on in terms of what happened prior to this.
Right. And I think that's true too, and context matters, but from the interaction, I
So
think
far it's not great on the cop side.
so far it's not good on either of their ends, because he obviously, like you said, has no respect for the law enforcement whatsoever.
Right.
And doesn't care and isn't going to listen to their orders, even if he was doing something wrong or highly illegal.
Sounds like some sovereign sit stuff is starting to leave his mouth.
It kind of sounds like it might be getting there, or like something from that, you know, a sense of entitlement, and especially if you add on the, oh, he was just falsely imprisoned, so he feels entitled now because he was wrong, and he's immune from anything, and that's kind of what it feels like to me. You know, so
I mean, he definitely was wronged, assuming that he was truly falsely imprisoned.
Exactly, but you know, I'm saying moving forward, that doesn't give you impunity moving forward. You don't get to break laws to make up for the fact that you're not like, oh shit, well, I saved up 16 years of prison time so I can do whatever the hell I want because I have that on the books, you know?
Right.
So
yeah, you don't get like a voucher for 2 free crimes.
Right. I wish you did. I'd be in favor of that, but that's not how the law works. So there's that. Also, personally, I don't ever treat police like that ever, and I've had bad interactions with law enforcement on both sides, but I could never see it because it's just not worth it. It's not worth losing your life over. It's not worth.
I'll be honest. I've had almost no interactions with police, other than or in an official capacity. I've never really had that many interactions with police.
Okay.
So I would not be able to say what I would do in this situation or not, because I've never been in this situation. I've never even been pulled over before.
I mean, I've been pulled over, and you know.
He was going 90 to 100 miles an hour. But, okay, that road looks like it's a 70-mile-an-hour road.
Right, so that's not even that bad.
It's not even that bad. Hell, I would be going that fast. If I had somewhere to be.
Right. If you had something to smash, Brian would be there. He'd be doing 110. Shit.
Shoot. Come over. My mom at home.
Exactly. But yeah, and context matters, of course. Yeah, but we'll keep watching. This is where it gets viewer discretion-y.
Ask me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now?
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
And what? I'm not going
Hands behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back.
See, there's that impunity. Nope, I'm not going to
Put your hands behind your back.
So from the eyes of law enforcement, I'm not going to jail means I'm going to fight the shit out of you. And that means that my life is in reasonable fear of danger or serious bodily injury. That's what that means. That escalates that immediately in the minds of a law enforcement officer of any kind.
Does the guy have something in his hand now?
He has something.
In his right hand.
I could never tell what the hell it was.
Do you know how to like go back by frames on YouTube?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's there.
Oh, never mind.
It's not a good frame rate, so
it's not. It's terrible. It looks like he had something, like he grabbed something off the cop. I don't know what, if he did or not, but that's kind of like I saw something brown in his hand.
Yeah, let's let it.
Back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
And if your taser doesn't take him down, it's going to piss him off. That's another thing.
Yep, he had the taser in his hand, and he threw the taser away.
Oh, okay. So from a use of force perspective, he said, "I'm not going to jail." He's obviously violent. He's obviously fighting with the police officer. He obviously took his taser, which means that he has a potentially deadly weapon in his hand. He has no respect for him. You're on the side of the road fighting by traffic that's going 75, 80 miles an hour. I think that he did a shit job getting here, but at this point, I think he's justified in what he does next.
I struggle with the idea that a spent taser is considered still a deadly weapon, but you could still use it as a bludgeoning tool. So,
well,
I'm unsure about that.
Your taser, one, you can still drive stun, and two, it usually has 3 shots in it.
Oh, it does? I would not know. See, that's news to me.
So
I thought it was one and good.
Nope, it's not one and done. So you'll usually have 2, 3 maybe shots in a taser, and then it still can be used to drive stun, which is just using the electricity from the taser, but it's not a single use item. So, and then you can recartridge it. So, but how the fuck that up? Watch the Brinks truck. I know that was my cops. I don't disagree with you that cops often escalate the situation, and I think that's where training needs to get better. Is they need to stop doing that shit, because that was never my intention to escalate something, because then you have a problem. But this gentleman did not de-escalate it either. So, but yeah, watch this right side as well. So you see this Brinks truck right here, Bri?
Yeah.
So watch this Brinks truck.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Camden, shots fired. Shots fired, Camden. Stay down. Do not give up. Stay down. Step out.
Oh shit! God damn it! You saw that, right?
I saw the Brinks truck go all the way back.
It's backing up alongside of the police car. Like, what the fuck? Like, it just kind of backs up.
Stay down. Do not give up. Stay down. Stay down.
So, he only shot one time. That's also. You can't train your way out of incompetent cops. They can't learn. Well, you got rid of all the competent cops, and I have nothing but respect for you, Jason. But 1, we got rid of the competent cops. 2, we have to have police. There's not a scenario or a situation where you don't have police or public safety or law enforcement of some kind in society.
Yeah,
Like saying,
once you get rid of the police, you end up with, the freaking armed guards that they had in the Chaz. I mean, you're
Right.
going to have some kind of armed force for power.
Right. Something is going to be there. I would rather make the best of what we have than just say, fuck it, let everybody have their own way. And I don't think that most cops are good, especially now, because a lot of the only good ones are gone. The only good ones retired. I know. I saw it. Because when you start threatening to jail people for doing their job, people like what the fuck? Hands up, don't shoot, kid. Darren.
Talking about
Darren Wilson. The hands up, don't shoot guy. That actually didn't have his hands up.
that was Florida, right? No.
I don't
Ferguson?
remember what it was. But Ferguson. But the guy was actually not hands up, don't shoot, but it was Darren Wilson was the officer. That was the start of this, where you started. And no, not all cops were perfect. There's too many to be perfect on every single level. It's like anything else. You're gonna have shit ones. But you made a situation where you vilify all cops, so the cops that were actually worth a shit at what they did said, fuck this shit, I'm out, and went and found a different career. And now you're stuck with the absolute trash, the corrupt, the worthless, the terrible, in large part. There's still some good ones around, but not as many as you had prior to all that shit going down. So it's a necessary evil, and we have to make the best of what we have, not just hate cops because we want to get rid of them. Because there's truly no way to get rid of them, because people will take advantage of that situation, and you'll get somebody that's worse than the police that were originally there. So 2x. Oh, they're in the front. I lost it. Oh shit! No, that's sorry. I'm trying to do this too. But yeah, so that's my kind of take on it. I think the police officer did a shit job at de-escalating the situation. I don't know that there was a different way that was going to go down. That man was entitled. He felt like he was owed the world, and he didn't give a flying fuck about what was about to happen. And dangerous and desperate people often lead to situations where people get harmed. So
Yeah, I wonder if I can't say that, but if he hadn't have tased him, because that seemed to have just pissed off the guy, because the guy was not small.
right. Well, okay. So from my criticism of it, and what I would suggest if I were training the officer that was involved, I would have said, wait for your backup. Don't antagonize him. Don't tase him. Don't make it worse. Just wait for your backup. When your backup arrived, then you can attempt an arrest. And then if shit went south, then that's fine. But
what if he gets back in the truck?
If he gets back in the truck, you either chase him or you use deadly force if you feel like that's a threat. But that's a whole different matrix. Like we can't live off what ifs, especially in policing, because shit moves just too fast. But so that's a whole different threat matrix. The current threat matrix is I just called for backup. I can call to step up that backup, but I shouldn't engage this man at all until I have backup. He's bigger than me. He's stronger than me. And I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. But then again, we have this unrealistic, on the flip side of that, we have this unrealistic expectation that if you can't do it yourself, then you're weak or, you're going to get reprimanded. And I've seen that as well. So you get reprimanded for calling for backup because not anymore, not as much anymore, but there have been times.
See, one thing that I can say is I don't think I saw too much, and I didn't see like animosity in this guy because he didn't go and act like, what the fuck was that guy? There was a guy who like straight up mag dumped a guy who was holding a knife.
Mm-hmm.
He literally shot the guy. The guy went down. He walked up to him, emptied two more mags into this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen here. So
right, it was one shot. I think he was overwhelmed because he didn't wait for backup. He didn't wait for his partner, and that was his fatal mistake. I still think the shoot was justified. Anytime you're grabbing somebody by the top of the head and trying to harm them like that, I think it was a justified shoot. But
I do also, because resisting arrest, I believe, does not give you the unlike with what happened with Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend, who got off for after he shot at the cops because they broke into his house, no knock warrant style.
Right.
You knew you were getting arrested. You knew who this guy was. It's not like he wasn't the police.
Exactly.
So you don't get the ability to say, nah, screw you, I'm going to go away now.
Yeah.
But
you submit to arrest and take care of it in court. That's what the court's for. And yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it's not fun, and it's not what you want to do, but He's alive if that happens. Unequivocally, he's alive if that happens. So.
If he's been in jail for 17 years, I wonder what kind of stuff he was getting like spoon fed in terms of like mentally.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And our prison systems are fucking garbage. They're not the way to do things either. Like, I think people should be punished, but I think our prison systems are trash. Jason, I will get to your other clip. Give me a second. I got like
If they
2
did
left.
or they didn't knock there, I don't know, and frankly, I guess it doesn't really matter for the context that I'm trying to say here.
Mm-hmm.
But because the guy got off because he didn't realize it was the cops, whether it was true or not, he got off on it. So
Yeah, I don't know that he should have, but I wasn't there, so. And it's not something great to Monday morning quarterback either, because there are a lot of things that you have not factored in or do not know about situations unless you're there.
right.
And it may seem like one thing, but it's completely different. You have environmental factors and who's around. You only see what the camera lens wants you to see. What if there's 12 of them over there in the, on the other side? And I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck happened with that Brinks truck? That was weird.
See, I think the Brinks truck saw the cop struggling with this guy or something like that, and because they're trained security guards, usually with some level of law enforcement experience, I've seen a couple of Brinks guys who have it.
Yeah.
Just like as like side gigs from their cop job, they sometimes will. If the guy was like, "Oh, that cop looks like he's struggling, I'm gonna go help him," maybe that's why he did it. But beats me.
Yeah, could be, but it's gonna be a flag in your brain, especially if you don't know who the hell he is. I mean, it's a flag immediately when you're out in the area. So.
Yeah, no, but that Brinks truck is a little weird. I don't know if I would have made that same decision, but I mean, I don't know what decision I would make at all. Frankly.
Right. I don't either. Every situation's unique and different, and you never know until you're in the situation. And we can talk
I do
about it all
also
we
want
want
to see what would happen before the body cam footage.
Right.
Because it seems like for this case, it would matter quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it starts right as soon as the cop leaves the car.
Right.
There could be a whole lot of stuff before that.
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot of very scary stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a high-speed chase. I mean, fuck, we don't know. And then there's usually some adrenaline and a little bit more. There's a little bit more going on there, You're in a high-speed chase before. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I've never been in a high-speed chase, so I wouldn't know what it's like.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
I wonder if it feels like GTA 5.
Yeah, but you have more control. God, I can't wait for GTA 6, by the way.
That game's going to be terrible. It's going to be great.
You think so?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Terrible, or like great terrible?
No. Terrible.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mildly able to run kind of game.
Huh. They did okay with 5 though.
We're in a different age of games now where things get half shipped because they try to develop a game for very, very, very powerful rigs. And generally that does not end up going so well in terms of prior to ship testing.
Yeah. Well, it should be a console game, so they should have parameters.
Yes. But at the same time, you get like what was that game from? Was it EA? They just announced they didn't pass qualifications.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a shooter that they just announced that they didn't pass qualifying for PlayStations and stuff like that.
No shit.
Cannot remember what the system is though. Or what the game was. It was for all systems though.
Gotcha. Was it the new Call of Duty?
No. It was like a new shooter game, kind of like COD.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to figure out which one that was again, because it was kind of funny. Because you normally don't get a whole lot of game devs telling you, "Yeah, we failed." Whoops.
Yeah, they usually just try and patch it and make it look good.
Exactly. They try to make people think that they're doing their jobs well, when in reality, whoops.
Yep.
Whoops, all berries. Remember that Captain Crunch cereal?
Mm-hmm. I think it was called Brian's Mom Simulator 4. It could have been. I played 3. Oh, that's so sexy. Look at that.
Ubisoft delayed X Defiant.
Huh.
Which is their multiplayer shooter. Yeah, failed to pass console certification on both PlayStation and Xbox because it's too big.
Shit.
It's hard to run.
Damn. So there's the Vantage GT3 by Aston Martin. Sexy. Take it to dinner.
So when's our next rocket launch?
I haven't looked. I've been too busy with everything else. I gotta go through this other article from Jason at some point here, but I gotta go get some water too because I talked more than I thought I was going to. So.
I'm curious what article.
I'll send it to you if you want to pre-read it. Full disclosure, I haven't read it yet, but saw it. I opened it. I just haven't read it yet. So I'm gonna go get a glass of water and I'll be right back.
Dookie.
Hey, sweetie. Oh, wait.
Well, now that meat's gone, I'm the captain now.
He's the captain.
No, it was X Defiant. That game was going to be great, and then it doesn't exist anymore. But it is what it is. Any other games that are coming out recently? Diablo 4 just had their season 2 launch. I'm surprised about actually kind of how well it's sort of doing. It's not wanting to run very well at some times of the evening because Starlink launching for Vandenberg at like 4 a.m. EST. Cool. I will not be awake. I haven't slept all that much at all in the last 2 days. Anywho. I would still say probably wait, see if the game gets better. Don't purchase the game quite yet if you haven't purchased it already. If you have, I'm so sorry for your loss of $60. Actually, I think it's a $70 game now. They did fix resistances for Sorcerer 100%. I am not getting frozen immediately after looking at an enemy the wrong way, just a little bit. But we went from 10 megabits to 100 megabits per second internet. Wow. That must feel great, knowing that you actually don't have to buffer when you're trying to watch a YouTube video. I think YouTube like requires like a 6-bit rate. I remember when I went from about 10, I went from 10 to straight up to gigabit because I finally moved to a place that allowed me to have gigabit internet. Only took you 2 hours to download a 90 gigabit game. What were you downloading that's 90 gigs? There's a lot of games nowadays that are 90 gigs. Before then, you'd be like, oh, he's downloading WoW. But now there's so many. Sniper Elite 5, good game. Very fun. That's a very good game. Yeah, that's a good price for 5.56. I wonder. I think Illinois was trying to get a new tax on ammo, and I don't know if that went through. I sure hope it did not, because I think they were trying to have like, I think it was like a 200 or 300% tax on ammo. Absolutely ridiculous. Borderlands Pandora box. What is that? All of the games, including Tiny Tina's Wonderland, or no? Wonderland was okay. I liked it. It was fun to play with a friend. It was not as funny because they can't be funny anymore. They'd offend someone. Whenever the meat man gets back, I need to get a drink too. I'm fighting off a sickle. What do they call that? Sinus infection? Yeah, sinus infection. No, Wonderland is the I thought Wonderland was the not the DLC, the standalone full game that they made after they made Borderlands 4, whatever the heck this last one was. Yeah, I think it's 4. 3. Borderlands 3. 4. God, I'm so tired. The one with the twins. The Siren Twins, not the one after that one. Was like a different game entirely. It was an expansion on that little DLC that they made for 2. I think it's 2.
Wait, you said twins?
Yeah. In the new Borderlands full main game, there was a set of twin sirens that one of them got one of them eats the powers of the other one in order to like maintain power, because like he's like a parasite, because sirens are only supposed to be women, but he has siren powers because they're twins.
Oh, so it's transclusive.
No,
Sounds
more
like it
like
to me.
men bad, men useless.
Oh, so feminist.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. So this is a story from Jason. Two Rivers, a popular Two Rivers haunted house, remains closed this season after its owner was charged earlier this week with sexually hurting a kid, and such.
Did terrible things to a person of underage.
There you go. Court documents show the victim started volunteering at the haunted house as an 8th grader. Well, I know somebody that deserves a wood chipper. The assaults occurred over 3 years. Fox 11 has learned police have been investigating John Schwartz for at least 5 years.
Huh.
I see where you're upset with this already, and I don't think you're gonna like my answer. But I will be reasonable and objective like I always am, Jason. And that's the only reason why you listen to me, even though we disagree on most of it. So, Schwartz was the only one charged with the assault of the child filed against him, but investigators have already indicated more charges are on the way. Prices have spiked ridiculously. I know every cop in the city, and they keep their jobs, quit, not face charge. Well, that's unfortunately our fucking system and the protection, and again, it's that bad cops thing, because the good ones get forced out. I know you don't believe that. I don't believe there are any, or never were any, but there were. They just get shit on every step of the way, and I know because I was there.
There's even infighting between cops. Like
Very much
father-in-law
so.
was a cop.
Yeah.
He quit recently.
Yep. As all the good ones did, and you're gonna get more and more and more of this. And if this just happened, that's within that 5 years. I mean, that's when I retired from federal law enforcement. So, that was the downside to victimizing all police, is because the good ones are, fuck it, I'm not gonna deal with this, so they leave. And it's the worst in small town, because feds don't want to investigate it, and the small towns are so incestuous and up their own ass that nobody seems to give a shit. So I can see how it happens. I don't agree with it. I don't think it should, but I see how it happens and why. And
If you're a liked member of the community, then you can get away with a lot of shit.
Whether you're a police officer or a coach or a mentor, a teacher, or I mean, we see it in professions across the board. If you're respected and liked in the community, you can get away with a lot of shit.
I mean, just look at Murdaugh.
Right. Look at Murdaugh. Look at I mean, you see it all over the place. As soon as you get to that status, you can do no wrong, and it doesn't matter what your profession is.
It's either you can do no wrong or you get railroaded into being guilty of something you may or may not have done.
Exactly. So, that's my snap judgment with the first of this, but it's still been the same cops. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They don't allow anybody in that isn't part of the group, and there's really no way to combat that. There really isn't. Your only hope is a federal investigation, and there's got to be some shady shit happening. Trust me, Jason, I'm not going to say it on stream, but I would talk to you about some shit off stream that would maybe change your opinion of why I think what I think, but I'd be happy to do that sometime. Fuck it, we could go have a coffee. You're close. But anyways, blah blah blah. The law enforcement investigation, there were a number of juveniles that the defendant was having contact with, said Manitowoc County Assistant Director Attorney General Angela Scarapi during a October 13th court hearing. Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me one bit, because he wasn't in their system, and there's probably many more police that it's easier to run away from it than it is to do anything, because doing something is going to jeopardize your entire career and everything you put up. So, and we're protective creatures of our own self-interests, unfortunately, sometimes above the interest of the group. But Sports Zone Skater USA in Two Rivers, Fox 11 told children as young as 11 volunteered to work inside his haunted house. So he was respected in the community. People thought highly of him, and he had access to what he needed to continuously offend. It happens a lot. We can look back now and see all these grooming tactics being used, said Jill Adams, a former Scare USA worker. And again, once you're told that and told how upstanding of a citizen they are and how well they help the community and blah, 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 you're not going to be the one to take a stand against them, because you're going to get bashed and ostracized. And Adams said her family member worked at Scare USA for years, but quit 2 years ago when someone close to them said they were physically assaulted. Adams says police were told about the incident. At the time, actually, the individuals was told there was an investigation ongoing with other victims that have came forward. Adams says, shit, where did it go? Oh, there we go. A former volunteer who requested to remain anonymous told Fox 11 she quit working at Scare USA. And this is indication of the good people, or the morally at least halfway decent people leave the situation, don't want the conflict. And we see that a lot.
Yep.
So that's not uncommon. Blah, blah, blah. Hang on. She quit working at Scare USA after a brief stint when she was 16. She said Swartz was the reason. She said police questioned her about the time shortly after she quit. I told them... Yeah. By the way, the PDF has been this way since he was young. Yeah. I told them they would try and watch us, little weird comments, everything like that. But there's no criminality there. So, yeah, creepy. Yeah, fucky. but there's no criminality there. Everything like that, said the former volunteer. The officer goes, well, the student approached me about issues she felt like she was having with John. Can you tell me about yours? She said the police told her to keep to herself about their questions. But unfortunately, there's no criminality with looking at someone. There's no criminality about being a creeper. Like, you can be a creep and it be entirely legal. Like, creep is not unlawful. So, unfortunately, when you're talking about prosecutors, especially in today's day and age, and I understand this went further back than that, but in today's day and age, you have to have something exceptional or the prosecutor's not going to touch it anyways. So you learn to not bring charges unless they are absolute 100%ers, and that's few and far between. Few and far between.
You either live on Murdaugh or you die in Anderson.
Yep. And there's not a whole hell of a lot in between. Hang on, I'm getting there. He basically told me that they have an eye on him just to lay low for now because there's no real concrete evidence that this happened in person, so they didn't really have concrete evidence to arrest him 5 years ago. I could see that. According to the criminal complaint, 5 years ago is when victim Schwartz is now charged with assaulting, confided to his school counselor and the police about what happened. Then unfortunately you get into, and I'm truly not making excuses, I'm just telling you how it works. You get into credibility, you get into access, you get into, is there any physical evidence? What kind of evidence can we put forward? There are so many levels to getting a conviction. That's why I said criminals are truly retarded, because there are so many depths of level that you have to get to be criminally charged, that it's kind of impressive that anybody ever does. Honest. Because there's such a burden, or they just make it up and fuck the guy sideways, which is what we've seen happen as well. So it's really 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But
who's ADA Spaghetti?
ADA Spaghetti. I don't know. ADA Spaghetti, and she's called here, is currently feeling the heat from the public, and that's the only way to turn that around. Truly is to put public pressure, because in reality they're not going to do anything unless you put actual pressure on their office to do something, because they don't want to.
Yeah, and just pray that they're not like a fucking Soros-backed prosecutor, or else nothing's going to get done.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Unless they voted MAGA, then something might happen. But
potentially, yeah.
Even then, maybe not.
Yeah. Fox asked two of his police for an interview so we could ask them why charges weren't filed against Schwartz in 2018 when allegations were made against him. They told us they had nothing to share at this time, but that could change in the future. So again, without knowing what was there, yeah, it sounds great. We know he's diddling. But then you go through the evidence and you can't find any legitimate physical evidence to tie him to any crime. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I probably can't talk about that on stream. I ran into something where I felt like I had overwhelming evidence and a prosecutor wouldn't prosecute, and I felt like shit. And I thought about resigning immediately there. But it wasn't, there just was not enough there. There wasn't enough there to bring charges, and it sucked, and I hated it. But if a prosecutor's not going to prosecute, the police can do whatever the hell they want, and it's never going to get prosecuted, ever. So there's a lot of handcuffing, there's a lot of bullshit, there's a lot of backdealing, and that's unfortunately the way the system works. I don't like it, but it's the way a lot of our systems work. So, And that's a bigger systemic portion than just the police department. We tend not to give a shit about people, just in general. It's kind of the default position. Oh yes, the DA herself is Soros back, and I call her out for it. So, in reality, that's probably more of a factor than you think, because I literally had mountains of fucking evidence on this man, mountains of evidence. He should have gotten over 2,000 years in federal prison, and they wouldn't prosecute him. So they would not prosecute him for anything. And it pissed me off, and I was very frustrated. But you can only do what you can. Holy shit, Stingy. All right. Sorry, my voice is going out too. I did not walk away like that. We were so blind to all of it, portrayed him as a survivor person who's doing the best for the community. And that happens often too. Those who didn't know about the allegations were still caught off guard when they found out. Schwartz is now behind bars. And a lot of that's faux outrage, because if they actually looked, or they probably did see something and decided against reporting it, which is more likely.
Well, are you going to report somebody being creepy, or are you going to wait till you have something credible? Where I'm not sure where these people even were at on that. Like, did they see something? Like,
Right.
actually going on other than being creepy? Because if I go to my police and I say, hey, this guy's being kind of creepy, they'll be like, what are you doing, kid?
Right. Like, shut the fuck up. Start wasting our time. And then when he does do something, they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck you. Like, you said he was being creepy. You know, like, so you ruin your credibility, so you have to shoot your shot. Unfortunately, you get one. And
you got to shoot a little late. It's a reactionary thing, not a proactionary thing.
It is. It's very much so. And it sucks, but it's the way that the world works, unfortunately, right now. Shouldn't, especially when we're talking about kids, should be protection first and then worry about everything else later. But then you run into constitutional questions, and then you have overhanded police, and that's not good either, because I don't want the police having impact on everything I do. Like, that doesn't sound fun either. Where they can just come snatch me up at any point.
You look like your X or Y thing. We're going to get you because you're X or Y thing.
Right. Because frankly, I think that's more dangerous than letting some things go. Because then you're talking about doing things like we saw with, I forget his name. I feel bad, but the guy you said 20 minutes ago.
Anderson Zachariah?
There you go. Then you get a ton of those, and you have no opportunity. Like, your life's gone, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So that's the flip side, and that's the side we have to be cautious about. So, I was actually really surprised. Oh, I already read that one, didn't I? There's no real proof that they can officially arrest him, but there was also relief because I wasn't the only one that felt victimized by him. And that's, if there's no concrete, real evidential proof.
Feeling victimized does not mean you are a victim.
Right. Right. And even some things that you feel make you a victim don't rise to the level of criminality. Like, I can't think of anything specifically off the top of my head, but there's scenarios where, like, yeah, I was definitely victimized or assaulted, and you just weren't. You weren't. So yeah, it's unfortunate that this kind of shit happens, but it does. It happens more than you'd think, and it's unfortunate with the layers of our system. There's got to be overwhelming proof, or somebody that really fucking hates you. That's what it comes down to.
And usually a bit of both.
Right. Right.
But See, and I feel bad, especially in this case, for like, all those parents who sent their kids out for like a summer job, right? Or I guess it would be a fall job.
Right.
Where like, oh yeah, they can make a little bit of money. Now they're like, oh my god, I can never let my kid out of my sight again.
Yeah, and it has impacts down the. There are more victims that won't come forward anymore because the cops ignore them. Yeah, and that's one of the unfortunate side effects too. Is you'll get that, and even in the even when that's heavily prosecuted, like the let's use Larry Nasser at Michigan State just for the hell of it. Yeah, there was overwhelming evidence, and yeah, they prosecuted him to the fullest extent of the law, and he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. But there are many people that were assaulted by him that will never say a damn thing about it because they either don't want to be included in it or, whatever else the case is. But there are a ton of people that won't involve themselves in that because of the nature of the crime, and they'd rather be victims than victims that have to relive it and give testimony in front of an open court. So
yeah, that's always a hard one. Like Darrell Brooks, a lot of those kids did not want to go into court, so their teacher went in for them.
Yeah,
like the band kids and the the dancing children. Like they're obviously not going to get put on the stand, especially in front of that monster.
Well, and that's an overwhelming case where they had so much fucking evidence that they didn't need it. But if that was on a back road without the cameras or without and it was two kids,
they would have had to
those kids would have had to. So it's just a shitty situation.
Yeah, actually, I am even loosely connected to one of those kids who was almost hit in the band. Because I'm a band kid, right?
He's a band kid.
Huh?
I said he is a band kid. He's a band nerd. I
am. And I had a friend who knew one of the flute players who was almost hit. And she's still not right to this day.
Yeah.
She won't march anymore.
That sucks.
She's afraid she's gonna get hit.
No, and the FBI won't be punished because they're diplomats, and it's the same thing. It's you have to have an overwhelming substantive evidence set with the prosecutor willing to prosecute, and the retaliation for doing that is so the place you have to put yourself for your career to get that far out to prosecute somebody in the FBI, it's just not worth it to any of them.
Right, you're risking your job, and good luck getting that back if you try to prosecute somebody in the FBI.
Yep.
What the heck is this?
I don't fucking know. Stingy sends some good shit, but then some shit where you just shake your head and you're like, I don't know.
Now look at this.
I love it. The poor guy.
I was not expecting it. Like, I saw it blow up when I was letting it play, but I did not see the ricochet shot.
Ricochet. That shit got me.
Oh, that was pretty good. Good job, Stingy.
Oh my god! Speaking of blowing things up, do you notice that the new hospital narrative is actually now a church?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're saying that Israel blew up a church in Hamas, or one of some random church in Gaza.
Huh.
And apparently they killed some people or something like that, and they're not happy.
What was the red thing? I have no idea.
It looked like a like one of those traffic cones.
I greet you.
You think it was like a traffic barrel?
Yeah, it kind of looked like a traffic barrel to me.
Huh. I'm level 56.
Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I know.
Making your way up, down,
Town.
talking fast.
Greetings.
Suck
Look at
some
my guy.
dick in the
Oh,
homebound.
look
Da-da-da-da-da.
Look at this bad boy. Oh, he's so sexy. Look at that. You know. We'll do a little spin.
Almost done with this build.
Oh no, you're good. Take your time. Two-hand weapon raise. Okay.
So are you following a build guide or what are you doing? Like how are you building? Just whatever looks fun?
I kind of started with the build guide and then said fuck this because I didn't like it.
It's kind of how I went with the Necromancer build guide that I had found.
Like I changed like I read everything and I was like, like I get why this is here, but I would rather have this one. And it didn't really hurt anything on the tree, so I kept the passives and shit that it suggested, but as far as attacks, I really like Whirlwind, and I couldn't find a good Whirlwind build, so...
Oh yeah, I think they nerfed like the hell out of Whirlwind, though it's still a whole lot of fun.
Oh, it's so good now. I have a weapon and a helm that has +2 to Whirlwind too. So I'm 7 out of 5, and it is intense.
7 out of 5?
Yep.
That's
For
nuts.
Whirlwind.
That's absolutely nuts.
I could go up to 9, but I didn't feel like I needed the extra points because it's damaging enough.
Oh no, you always want more.
No, but then I have to get rid of fucking like this war cry, and I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Actually, the devs legitimately said, like, yeah, that's how you get power creep in this season. Just more points.
I was just maxing out points.
Yeah.
Huh.
They acknowledged it.
I hold my own really well, so
Well, if you're holding your own, then you're fine.
I kind of like the build, so I don't want to fuck with it too much because then it will get nuked. Like I'll lose what makes me me. I have 4,200 armor, 2,300 attack power, and 2,600 life at 56.
I was just happy that they fixed the Sorry. There was something that I found. Oh yeah. They fixed the sorcerer stuff. So like you don't get like immediately frozen when you get elemental resistance. So that feels great.
Yeah. I've only got frozen one time, and it was the capstone boss.
White Rain, that's you soul search a little. You'll find your laugh again. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm. It's good to laugh every once in a while. God, you should have, like, I don't know if you're a Discord bro, but just come in on one of the nights where we're making fun of either Lizzo or, like, last night, the target was Mitch McConnell. Holy shit, we were laughing so much, we were crying, and legitimately ribs were hurting. Like,
is that why Dog Mama's like stomach hurts right now?
Yeah. Like it was nuts. She's indicted me for insurrection as Mitch McConnell. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, guess you're going to jail.
I know.
What would you like me to put in the cake for you?
That dildo we like.
Oh, I was gonna say your escape cake, but yeah, I could do that too.
No, I'll be fine there.
See, I was thinking maybe stripper cake, but
Little person stripper cake?
if you want a little person stripper, then I can find one.
Well, it just might be easier to put in the cake.
Well, that's true.
I'm looking out for you. What? She hasn't been here all night, but you start talking about Mitch, she shows up. I was unsure if he was a turtle or he wasn't a turtle.
Oh, he's definitely a turtle.
God, it was bad though. Like it was painful. What's that Klaus song maybe? What Klaus song? Oh, that Klaus song. Klaus I was gonna save for Rumble on Sunday. Klaus scares me more than Hillary does. Klaus Schwab. That's
I
the
wonder
other
if
one.
I can get
Black
Soros to back me as DA.
I mean, you are black.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I could get a whole lot of money for that, huh?
I mean, you're also in Chicago. I'd give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
Or I could end up becoming the DA of Chicago.
It's okay. Just clean it up a little bit.
But then I'll get eat like he'd probably eat me for that.
He would eliminate you in a half second. Not what I hired you for.
God, I'd be like Kim Fox 2 Electric Boogaloo. I just have to believe that Juicy Smollier did it.
Juicy did it. 100%.
Hunna.
$100 bill.
I wonder if we can legally play some Math Boy Fly music without getting copyright struck, because he no longer exists in the public square.
Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. I don't know if that is that how copyright works?
No.
Oh. Like he can't enforce his copyright, and I'm sure nobody fucking owns the record label.
I'm pretty sure nobody's going to like go and like. Oh, actually, I think it does actually get owned by someone, but I think it's his record label. Because like half a ticket is kind of a bop, you know.
I don't know that I've ever listened to anything but his one.
I think that's half a ticket.
Oh, is it? Okay.
One that like everyone knows, yeah. I'm done. I finished.
Oh, finished?
Oh, I finished.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
I have to flip it around. Ooh.
Like it finished all over my face.
See, I can move everything around.
Holy shit. Oh, it's like modular? It like slides in?
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
This was a good one. Off to the shelf where no one will ever see it again. shit, I'm out of space on my shelf.
Build another shelf. That's what I did.
It's Sam to let me buy a new shelf.
Yeah, yes.
I'm still big. There we go.
I was getting you smaller. All right. Well, if Brian's done with Weed Manor, I'm done with. I got the story for Jason, like I said I would. And I'm done with my car, and really want to stop talking because my throat feels like it's being attacked
Sandpaper?
by little people. Tons and tons of little people. So I think we're gonna call it right here, boys and girls. No shit.
That's amazing.
Damn. Awesome. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I think we'll be back to see if these nuts fit in your mouth tomorrow. 'Cause we haven't played in a long time. Unless Brian dies, then you know. But probably. He'll probably
should be
see if
alive.
these. But yeah. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good weekend. And we'll catch you guys very soon. Thank you, Brian, for joining me as always, sir.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Night.